Hey, you YouTubers, GamerDad here, and I just want to say these are my final two deck profiles under the GamerDad channel as I am starting a new project. I'll leave it with just the name Gamescape. It'll be on a separate new channel and hopefully a lot more interesting than these deck profiles. But anyway, without further ado, I have two profiles. I have a Dragon Sworn ruler deck, Lightsworn Dragon ruler deck, whatever you want to call it. It's not the most competitive deck in the world, no, and it's pretty much all I had. So there's definitely some design flaws in this, but it went toe to toe with Shadal Lightsworns. It went toe to toe with the Batteryman OTK, and it actually works pretty well. Not as well as it could because I am missing a few cards. And then the next profile is going to be a satellaburn deck, and it's fun. My daughter won't let me touch it though. I built it for her, let her play, and she likes it. So she won't let me play around with it anymore. But all right, let's start with the first one. And first one would be the Lightsworn rulers, and we start with the monsters. This is Lila. She's good, but Raiden is better. I probably should have put in a third Lila. I didn't realize that I only had the two Raidens. I've been playing the deck, didn't know I only had two, but came in the structure deck, and I only got two of those. So yeah, I only have two Raidens, but two Lila, two Raiden. Then we have 1, 2, 3 of the Summoner, 2 Minerva, 2 Monks. They are too good right now, especially against Shadals. They go back to the deck instead of to the graveyard. They don't get their effect. They're good against hands. They're just really good. Felice. I run one of her because she's too freaking hard to get out. I don't like her. 1 Wolf. I probably could have bumped it up to 2, but I need the room. And then just for random Lightsworn, we have Gareth and Shire. Shire late game can actually come in handy. She can get pretty high. You could probably switch her out with a Raikou or one of the other, maybe the third Lila or the third Raiden. But either way, she's a different name. She can get pretty big. So that's that. And then a lot of people don't run Celestia. I happen to love Celestia. You can use it as an out against something like Lava Golem. Her effect is great, especially, you mill. You special summon your Wolf or your Felice, either one. Then you tribute, send 4 cards. No, 2 cards. Your opponent controls, destroy them. Back row, bye-bye. Monster you can't deal with, bye-bye. And then to top off the Lightsworns, we have 2 Judgment Dragons. I only have 2. Really, you don't need more than 2, I don't think. But, a lot of people run 3. I only have 2. So that's that. I did pull a bunch in the premium gold, but ended up trading them and selling them before we ran the Lightsworns. Oops. Now we go to the rest of the dragons. We got 2 Eclipse Wyverns, 2 Light Ray Diabolos, great card. And then we have the Tidal, Blaster, and Redox. I'm running Redox mainly because I don't have the wind one. But if you look at the effect, you can send it and another card, special summon a monster from your graveyard. So if you do happen to mill your JD, you can do that. I don't have Mathematician, so I'm stuck to using Card Trooper, which is an Earth monster. So late game, you probably don't want to mill anything else. Card Trooper's in your hand. You're not going to play it. You can get Redox, drop them down, special summon a monster. So now that's it with the main monsters. We now have a little bit of defense. Necrogardna, 2 of them, 2 Gores, and a Plague Spreader. Why Plague Spreader? I don't have Glow Up Bulb. Plague Spreader lets you get into say Mistworm, lets you get Beals and Lightsworn. Nobody really ever sees that coming. But that is all the monsters. I don't remember how many there are. It's probably like 5,000 or something. But spells, pretty standard. 1 charge, 3 solar, 2 MSTs. You can't rely on Lila. There's too many light imprisoning mirrors, too many breakthrough skills, too many effect failures. You need your MSTs. I side a 3rd one. 2 breakthrough skills, and just for kicks, a Fiend Comedian. You play it, you flip a coin. If you call the coin right, you banish your opponent's entire graveyard. You call it wrong, you mill number of cards from your deck to your graveyard equal to the number of cards in their graveyard. That card won me a game when I called it wrong at one point. True, if you mill it, you're pretty much out of luck, but I like it. It's a good little tech card. I run it at 1. There's more you can side if you really wanted it. But extra deck, because we're running Plague Spreader, we could run Cataster. Cataster is a great way to get out of cards that you normally can't. Use level 5. 2 of your Michaels, a Stardust, a Beals, a Scrap, and Mistworm. Mistworm's friggin' awesome. If you get it out, it takes 3 cards to do, but you return up to 3 cards your opponent controls to their hands. Not to the graveyard. Shadows don't get effects. It's just good. Great. Leo, the Keeper of the Secret Tree. 3,100. Can't be targeted except on your main phase. So that helps out a lot. And then for XEs, Ragna Zero. Great against certain matchups. Cowboy. Game winner. Everybody has to have a Cowboy. Heartland, Draco. Castell. Rhapsody and Berserk. Big Eye. And Dragonite Felgrand. You don't get into them much. Most of the time you don't even need to use your extra deck, but they're good options. For the side deck, we have our 3rd MST, another 2 Fiend Comedians. And this is a personal choice of mine. I like to run these in the sides of all my decks that I play. Swords of Concealing Light. The fact that it doesn't target, it doesn't... it pretty much flips everything face down. All their effects are gone. Especially something like Noble Knights. Swords is great. Skill Prisoner. It's good. I like this in this deck because of the milling. If you mill it, you could at least use it at some point for something. So every card in that deck is useful in the graveyard for the most part, except for the Gores and a couple of traps, but sometimes you need them. I hate this card. HTS Sahemoth. Banish. That's it. Paladin Zectron, not bad. 2,500, unaffected. Fortune Tune's a personal favorite of mine. You gain 500, can't be destroyed, can't be targeted, and when it does finally get destroyed, after it runs out of materials, you shuffle 2 level 3 monsters back into your deck, and he goes back to your extra deck, so you can keep on reusing. I like it. Crimson Blader is good against certain matchups. Zen Means, Master of Blades, and Dragon Overlord of Heliopolis. Again, this is all the side deck. You know, you're not going to use Crimson Blader against a deck that runs nothing but rank 4s and all that. But it could be, you know, it's hard to side Lightsworn, so I figured might as well just side the extra deck. But that's it with that one, and we'll be back with the other one, the Satellaburn deck. And we're back, and here is the kind of Satellaburn deck. Anyway, we opened 2 boxes of the Primal Origins or Duelist Alliance, I'm sorry, and didn't draw a single Deneb or a Den of the Thebe, whatever the XE monster is. And Super Molly 44 really wanted to play Satella Knights. So I looked and saw what I could do, and this is what I came up with. And it's not great, it's not perfect, but like I said, she won't let me mess with it anymore. But here we go. We have 3 Altair, 3 Vega. This deck is so fast. I mean, no matter how they get summoned, they get their effects. It's great. And then the star of this deck is Alsam. Every time he's summoned, he deals 1,000 damage. Summon him 8 times, that's a game. You don't even have to attack. And then 1 Unukal Kalhai, or however you pronounce it, it's a Foolish Burial. Put Alsam in your grave, or whatever you need in your grave to make a play. And then since they're light, you could use Honest. Always good. And because this is pretty much a rank 4 toolbox deck also, we've got 2 Kage Takagis. Kage Takagis. You summon them, they get their effect, and you can still summon him. Plus it's dark, which is also good. A Summoner Monk, which is good. And next one's a combo card. I saw somebody on a dual video playing this. It is Tsukuyomi. It basically Book of Moon's a monster on the field, and then it comes back to your hand. So you could use it over and over and over again if you wanted to. It's a very interesting card. I like it. But it's one of those, if you're winning, it's great. If not, you're screwed. And because you got the 5 darks in there, you get Blackluster Soldier 2. That's it with the monsters. I'm not sure how many. It's somewhere between 18 and 20. Then we have the 3 reinforcements of the army. My cats are going freaking crazy. Everything in there is pretty much a warrior. Except for the Summoner Monk and the Kage Takagi. Except for the Dark Monsters, they're all warriors. 2 warrior returning lives. Yes, you can even bring back Blackluster Soldier if you really, really wanted to. But it's good to bring back your Alsham or your Altair or whatever. Either one. Reasoning. Why reasoning? Your opponent just says, okay, give me something. And you just put stuff into the graveyard. I like that card. Foolish Burial. Always good. Supply Squad. Your monsters are going to get destroyed. You just draw power. There should be 2. I don't know why there's not. Should be 2. She sides, I think, and then forgets it. But Soul Charge, obviously, bring back Alsham. Monster Gate. I don't think this is banned, but you basically reveal cards from your top of your deck until you reveal a monster that can be normal summon, special summon it. Why not? Card Advance. Card Advance is better in like a Monarch deck. However, being able to choose the next 5 cards you draw has an advantage. That's why it's in there. And I'm not sure what happened. There's supposed to be more than one Call of the Haunted. I don't know where it is. It's where the other 2 are. I had 3 in here originally. Maybe I took them out. I don't remember. But Call of the Haunted, bring back any of your Satella Knights, and you just go off. This is like an instant XEs. Then this is a great card, I think. Pinpoint Guard. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you play it. You special summon a monster from your graveyard. It can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects. Okay. Bring back. So you have an empty field. Opponent declares an attack. Pinpoint Guard. Bring back Alsham. You deal 1,000 damage, and it can't do anything. That's great. And then to go with the burn, 2 magic cylinders. Then we have Threatening Roar. Because sometimes you just need the defense. And yeah, I know there's a lot of outs to this deck. That's what I was saying. It's a fun deck. It's not highly competitive. She likes it. She won't let me mess with it anymore. But there's that. Then you have the Bottomless. A Mirror Force, because she loves that card. And then this is one of my favorite techs. Battle Guard Howling. You got, say, your 1 warrior down there. And your opponent declares an attack. You flip that up, choose a monster your opponent controls, send it back to the hand, and deal damage equal to its original attack. Can't go wrong with that. And then finally a Trap Tricks Trap Hole Nightmare. Why not? Destroy things. It's always good. Not always good, but a lot of times it's good. And that's that with that. And then for the extra deck, it's basically every rank 4 card you feel like fitting. Cairn Gorgon, Anti-Luminescent Knight. Just because. You could either use that, you could use Maestro or 101 or Exiton. I don't have a 101, I don't have an Exiton, so we do what we can. Comics Hero King Arthur, make your opponent get rid of your monster through something other than battle. Black Ship, 1000 burn, Crazy Box, Skill Drain. Actually, the effects aren't that bad, but it's good with Skill Drain. Utopia, defensive card. Gem Knight Pearl, just because. I've heard it called the Ophion Killer. Shark Drake, that's such a broken, great attack card. Destroy a monster by battle, resummon it, loses 1000, you can attack again. Awesome. Cowboy, of course. Constellar Omega. Are you worried about back row? Bring him out. Use its effect, target himself. Well, it doesn't target, but all your Constellar monsters are unaffected by spell trap cards. So it's always good. Rhapsody and Berserk. Playing a Lightsworn. Play him. Detach. Ditch. Banish 2 of their Lightsworn monsters. Make it harder for them to get JD. Or you could even do Shadal Fusion if it's in the graveyard. I didn't think about that. That would be really, really handy, actually. And then you can attach it to your XE monster, and it gains 1200 attack. So, that's good. Photon Papilloperative. Vishki Merrowgeist. Any monster it destroys goes back to the deck instead of the graveyard. It's a Shadal thing. Utopia, when it's got no more material on it, you just throw Utopia Ray on it. Keep it alive one more round. Burner Visor. I was running out of rank 4s that I actually have, so I threw that in. You could attach it, and you can attack your opponent directly. No, I'm sorry. When the equipped monster inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can discard 1 card and inflict 500 damage to your opponents. A little bit more burn. And then Steel Swarm Roach. JD? Nope. Okay. Anyway, that's the deck. Like I said, my daughter won't let me play around. There's a lot that needs to be done to it. But, again, she likes it. So that's all that matters. She has fun playing it. So that's that. Hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, this is the last video under the Gamer Dad station. We will be going to the Gamescape channel, and where we'll hopefully have a lot more content and maybe a lot more interesting rather than hearing my dumbass voice all the time. Hopefully we'll get some other people to help out too. So hope you enjoyed watching. If any of you were even watching, I don't think you were, but you never know. So I'll see you on the next channel. Later.